What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Hopefully I have night mode on correctly this time. I know last time I was recording in just like whatever normal mode it was in, and I know you guys could barely see anything. I had to like bring it into Premiere and turn up the brightness and mess with the color correction a lot to make that video work. I'm gonna go over the 5 things I hate about the CBR650. So this is specifically the CBR650f. The first thing I want to put on that list is the brakes. At least the front brake. It's very spongy. And by spongy, I mean it's hard to brake. I have to give it a lot of force. It's just not all there. I kind of like to have a brake that's right at my fingertips. Even my Ninja 300 had very, very good brakes. When I first had the bike, I took it out at nighttime to ride it and kind of get used to it. Coming up to a light, I almost passed the red light trying to brake. I thought it would just kind of be like how my 300 was, but that wasn't the case. Like I said, it was very spongy. It took a lot of force to actually get that brake going. Ultimately, I made it work, but it wasn't the best, and it's still not the best. The second thing I'm going to put on this list are the decals. On this Honda, it came with a lot of striping and a lot of, you know, Honda and CBR and 650, and on the bottom there's like a giant Honda decal. I'm not really into that. I'm used to debadging my cars and just making things a lot more sleek. And, you know, I wish that were the case with this bike. I did have to take off what I could. And that was like everything on the fairings came off fine. The only ones I couldn't take off are the ones that are on the tank. Kind of sucks. So I'm kind of stuck with those. If you could see the black Honda wings and the Honda lettering, I couldn't remove those. They're just sort of stuck there. There's clear coat over it, so if I were to try and take those off, I'd ultimately scratch the paint and just like mess everything up. So those are there to stay. I would have liked to have a nice sleek, just red bike. But it is what it is. You can't take everything off, you know. The third thing and biggest thing for me are the parts for this bike. I should say lack of parts for this bike. The bike was discontinued in, I think, 2018, the F version. They do have the R. I think it's still available. I tried looking for a rear cowl to cover up the passenger seat. I tried looking for some like pin turn signals, just because these turn signals on this bike are freaking huge and just honestly just like super ugly to me. So I wanted something a bit more sleek, you know. I'm all about no decals, just making it look nice and streamlined. Something like the Aprilias and even the CBR, they have just decals everywhere. yeah, parts. And I'm honestly too lazy to look up stuff for like, I think some stuff for the 600 fits and some stuff for like other bikes might fit, but I'm not the type to order something, try it out, try to put it on, and just kind of like pray that it works. I just like order, you know, you go to the site, you type in your make, model, year, and parts come up. For this, it's like, oh, that doesn't fit for your vehicle, this doesn't fit for your vehicle, and that's just super annoying to me. I do like having like rare things, and not to say that like the CBR650f is rare, but I haven't seen too many of these around, and I don't think too many people actually have these ones. They usually go for the R model. I mean, in all honesty, the better looking model. That brings me to the fourth thing I don't like about this bike is one headlight. Like I keep mentioning, this is the F version of the CBR650. There's the F and there's the R. The R version comes with a dual headlight setup. It looks way better. It looks way more like a Super Sport or any other sport bike. This headlight honestly reminds me of, and not to hate on any Gixxers, I know the Gixxer 600s, 750s, I'm pretty sure those are single headlights as well. It's just not my style. It reminds me of the Ninja 250s, the old school bikes. It's bright enough, it works, it does its job. Honestly, I thought that it would grow on me. It hasn't. Unfortunately. At first, I just kind of wanted something faster than the 300, and I suppose I was willing to get anything. ZX6Rs, those headlights are really cool. I mean, if you're gonna have a bike, you should appreciate the looks and everything too, right? I mean, you don't want to have something that's just for power or just for this or just for that. You should at least appreciate the looks. I mean, that's how a lot of car enthusiasts are, a lot of bike enthusiasts. And not to say this bike isn't beautiful, but it's, I don't know, my taste is ever growing, I guess, and I haven't had this for too long. Talking point number 5, the vibration on this bike. I'm in second gear right now going 25. It vibrates like crazy on my feet, on the handlebars. It's just constantly vibrating. I never noticed that on my Ninja 300. I've seen a lot of bike reviews of a lot of sports bikes, and that wasn't the case for those either. The R1s, the ZX6Rs especially, S1000 RRs, I haven't heard anything about like any vibrations, but I have seen a lot of videos on this even before purchasing the bike when I was doing my research, and they talk about the vibration, and in my head I was like, oh well, it's a motorcycle, it's gonna vibrate, it's gonna do that. I had no idea it was gonna be like it is though. Which I should have heeded everybody's warning about it. It's nothing terrible, but it is annoying. After long rides, my hands are getting numb, my feet are getting numb, and it just kind of like adds to, I guess, the fatigue of riding. There's my sticky note with all my pointers. I don't have a rock form mount or a quad lock or whatever handlebar mounts everybody's using. But speaking of that, if you guys have a recommendation on a mount or whatever you use or whatever you think would work best, let me know in the comments. But yeah guys, that's my video. 5 things I hate about the CBR650f. I am gonna do a 5 things I like about the CBR650f, not to leave it at like such a negative video. And honestly, I think my talking points are just preference. Some are aesthetic, some are just like feel. Nothing is based on like power or anything. If you enjoyed the video, if you find it useful in any of your decision making, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.